On the morning of December 18th, 1995, people in a village in India saw something shining among the fields. When they went closer, they found it was a strange rifle that the villagers had never seen before. The people were still puzzled, wondering how this rifle ended up in the middle of the fields. Then they spotted 35 more rifles scattered in the distance. Word spread quickly. The entire village gathered and the police also arrived at the scene. The situation became even more serious when anti-tank grenades were also recovered from a nearby pond. This incident took place in the Purnia district of the Indian state of West Bengal, where the case of weapons falling from the sky remains a mystery to this day. When the police thoroughly searched the surrounding area, they also found some broken olive green boxes that were tied to a parachute. A total of 3 such boxes and parachutes were recovered from the area. But until now, the police were unable to understand who had dropped these parachutes here and why. The situation escalated so quickly that even the army had to step in. One thing was certain: if the boxes were dropped by parachute, then this must have been done with the help of an aircraft. It was found out that at night an aircraft had flown very low over Purulia district. Perhaps this was the work of that very aircraft. But whose aircraft was it, and why did it drop boxes full of weapons specifically in Purulia? These boxes contained around 300 AK-47 rifles, 25 9mm pistols, 2 sniper rifles, 2 night vision binoculars, more than 100 grenades and 16,000 bullets. The total weight of all this was reported to be more than 4 tons. The matter had now reached the media and everyone was asking just one question: 4 tons of weapons in Purulia. But why and who dropped them? An investigation was launched. One day, old flight logs were checked, which revealed that the Latvian Air Antonov AN-26 aircraft, which had taken off from Karachi, Pakistan, had passed through Varanasi in India and then directly over the exact spot in Purulia, West Bengal, where these weapons were found. And then, after passing over Calcutta, it exited Indian airspace. After leaving India, the aircraft headed towards Thailand and landed in Phuket. But was this airdrop carried out by this very aircraft? At that time, there was neither any evidence nor any solid reason to suspect it. But after exiting Indian airspace, this aircraft made a mistake, and it was because of this mistake that Indian authorities began to suspect it. The mistake was that when it was requesting permission from civil aviation to enter Indian airspace, as per SOP, the pilot stated Cambodia as the destination. But in reality, it landed in Thailand. Anyway, a few days later, exactly on December 22nd, 1995, on its return from Phuket, the same Latvian plane again requested permission to enter Indian airspace, and this time it stated Latvia as its destination. But first, it had to land in Karachi for refueling. This time, all preparations were complete. As soon as it entered Indian airspace, 2 Indian Air Force MiG-21 fighter jets intercepted it and ordered it to land at Mumbai airport. This is where a different story begins. For 45 minutes after landing at Mumbai airport, neither any security force nor any other personnel approached the plane. At that time, there were a total of 8 people on board the plane, and knowing about them is very important to understand this case and the story of that airdrop. One of them was Kim Davy, who was from Denmark. He had been working on community building projects around the world for the past 18 years. He had worked in Guatemala, in Russia, and to your surprise, let me tell you that he had also worked on some agriculture projects in India's Purulia district. Yes, the very same district where just a few days ago 4 tons of weapons were airdropped. The second person, whose name was given as Peter Bleach, was a citizen of the UK. He was previously a member of the UK's Special Air Service Group and a soldier in an elite military unit. Later, he became a weapons dealer. But many years after this incident, it was discovered that he was actually an undercover agent of the United Kingdom's MI6 agency. The third person was an Indian-Singaporean national named Deepak Manikant, and he was a follower of an organization called Ananda Marga. Just to surprise you, let me tell you that the headquarters of the Ananda Marga organization was located very close to where the weapons were airdropped. The remaining 5 people on the plane were crew members, all of whom were from Latvia. When the plane stood at Mumbai airport for 45 minutes, during this time, Danish citizen Kim Davy picked up some documents and left the airport, and after that, for many years, there was no trace of Davy. Immediately after Davy left, security forces surrounded the plane and arrested the 7 people inside. When the plane was searched, a photo of the Ananda Marga headquarters in Purulia was found inside, along with some burnt documents related to weapons. The case was clear that they were the ones who had dropped the 3 weapon-laden boxes. But the most important question was, well, why and who planned this mission? During the investigation, Peter Bellick revealed that he is a weapons dealer and that he received an order from Davy to arrange a consignment of weapons from Bulgaria. But he was told that these weapons would be used by the Bangladeshi military. Peter Bellick said that he suspected these weapons might be used for illegal activities, and he even informed the UK intelligence agency about it. But higher officials told him to continue with his work. Here, the question arises, if these weapons were really meant to be used by the Bangladeshi military, then what was the need to airdrop them, and that too over the Indian district of Purulia? The real reason behind this is still a mystery. But the BBC investigation revealed that these weapons were dropped for the Anand Marg organization. Davy, who had escaped from the plane, was later tracked down by the CBI through Interpol to bring him to India, and it was found that he was in Denmark. In an interview, Davy revealed that he actually worked with the Anand Margis, who were subjected to a lot of oppression and atrocities by the West Bengal government, and that is why he arranged for these weapons for their self-defense. The controversy from Davy's interview arose when he revealed that some people from the Indian Congress, the Prime Minister and RAW had helped him in this operation. In fact, according to Davy, even in escaping from Mumbai airport and exiting the country, he was helped by MP Papu Yadav and Indian Prime Minister Narasimha Rao. The CBI rejected all the allegations made by Davy and said that he was fabricating this entire story out of fear of being sent back to India. In 1995, when this incident took place, the government in West Bengal was led by the Communist Party of India, or CPI. At that time, the followers of the Ananda Marga organization were increasing, which posed a threat to the CPI. In an interview, Davy alleged that CPI members would secretly attack Ananda Marga followers, and the government there would dismiss the cases as mob violence to cover them up. At the same time, the central government couldn't do anything about it either, because the attackers were never identified. This was the reason why Davy wanted to arm the Ananda Marga followers. But how much truth is there to the claim that the Indian Prime Minister, Congress and RAW helped him in this endeavor? There is no evidence of this, but Davy alleged that the Indian Congress actually wanted to create unrest in West Bengal in order to dismiss the state government under a presidential order. Davy made it clear that if I had been caught there, the whole truth would have come out. At that moment, he was escorted out of Mumbai airport under heavy security, where a black SUV was waiting for him. He was being interrogated, and from there, he was quietly given a safe exit and sent to Denmark. The Kolkata High Court sentenced Peter Bleach, Deepak Manikant and 5 crew members who were arrested to life imprisonment for conspiring against India. But after that, something happened that led to all of them being released one by one. While still in jail, the 5 Latvian crew members were granted Russian citizenship, and in the year 2000, at Vladimir Putin's request, they were pardoned and released. After that, in 2004, Peter Bleach was also pardoned and released, which sparked a lot of discussion that he was freed due to pressure from the UK government. Later, a former MI5 agent, Annie Machon, revealed that Peter Bleach was actually an MI6 agent and had been carrying out such secret missions for them. Meanwhile, the Danish court refused Davy's extradition, that is, handing him over to Indian authorities, because they feared that Davy would be subjected to torture there. With the help of the British police, during raids on Peter Bleach's property, they found some papers related to that arms consignment which bore the signatures of a Bangladeshi military general at the time, Muhammad Shubud al-Buyan. And the boxes that were found also had the name of a Bangladeshi military cantonment written on them. But the government of Bangladesh distanced itself from the case, claiming that all these documents were fake. The case of dropping 4 tons of weapons in Purulia district remains unresolved to this day. It is still not known who was actually responsible for this mission. Who did all the planning? Was it Peter Davy, or was he just a pawn? Who paid for these weapons? After such a major crime, when the plane was made to land at Mumbai airport, why did it take the security forces 45 minutes to reach there? And despite such tight security, how did Davy manage to escape from there? These are the very questions that have not been answered properly for the past 30 years. We hope that you will also like and share this video from JMTV wholeheartedly. Thank you so much for your loving comments. See you in the very next amazing video.